so we're going to be looking after you. So we're going to get to London, take about 2-ish hours, thereabouts. It depends on traffic and the road situation. And we come into London from the east, and we will get to the Tower of London, where we will take a little stroll, a little bit of time, if perhaps some of you want to use a bathroom or take your photographs, by the Tower of London, which is a World Heritage Site. So one of the top sites in the world. And then we board a boat which will take us along the River Thames on a cruise for 45 minutes. There'll be a commentary on the boat telling you what you're seeing, and then we come back to the tower. It's a circular cruise, and then you'll have time for lunch. And after that we will take a panoramic tour. That's a drive through London, and you're very lucky. It's an exciting time in this country. I'll tell you about that later, but it's also a very important time for this country, and I'll explain that to you later. The particular day 70 years ago, I'll explain why. We will take in some of the main sites of London. Westminster. When I say Westminster, I mean Westminster Abbey and the Houses of Parliament, at which one end Big Ben is, the clock tower. And then we are very lucky because we're going to have a drive up the Mall. Now the Mall is not the mall with shops. The Mall is a processional route up to Buckingham Palace, where the official royal residence of the monarchy is. So we'll be doing that, and then we'll be taking a drive back through to the east, where you will return to the ship. We need to be back here just before 5:30, so let's aim for 5:15 to 5:30 to give you a nice time to go on to the boat. The tempo, or ship rather, the tempo of today is chilled, easygoing, so no stress, no rushing. What I do ask is that if we give you time, so when I give you time for lunch, that you, and I ask you this very, very respectfully, you come back at the right time. And if you do that, that means that we don't have to cut time off your panoramic tour. We don't have to rush. We can take everything at a nice leisurely pace. So that's the idea about today. It's very chilled, but you're seeing the top sites in London, either from the River Thames, from the boat, or on the coach. So that really is the joy of it. So we'll have Carl all day. When he drops us off and we do our little cruise and our stop, he'll come back and he'll take us and drive us up to London. It will be a busy day in London because it's VE Day, Victory Day. 70 years ago today we heard that the war was over, the war with Europe was over. I'll explain a little bit more about that later. And we're all a bit shattered in this country. I've been up a lot of the night listening to the results of the elections. So I'm going to talk about that in a moment, but I want you to quickly, guys, look at the white cliffs of Dover. There'll be bluebells over, and that's the white cliffs of Dover, okay, the song by Vera Lynn. And just if you look on those cliffs, you'll see a castle. Look at the castle, Dover Castle, such a strategic castle, built by William when he came over, William I from France, and subsequent monarchs built on it, a strategic point in the Second World War because it's the closest point, 21 miles from here to Calais. So look at that, but also we'll look quite carefully in a minute too as we pass by, because these are underground tunnels in the caves. You'll see windows in the caves, so look quite carefully, because this was always a place of battle to watch. The Europeans coming over, the French coming over, and these were very much used not only in the Second World War, but all sorts of invasions, looking out for perhaps the French invasions of Napoleon. And even when the Romans came to Dover, so we're talking 2,000 years ago, guys, 2,000 years ago, look at the castle over here. You can actually see one of the lighthouses called the Pharaohs. It's a shape, yes, please do, that's lovely, Carl, thank you. That actually were built by the Romans to guide boats coming in. So imagine that, guys, 2,000 years ago. The Romans had done their recce of this place. They liked the look of the